This is Code.org. I'm currently working on CS Principles, Unit 5, Building Apps, Lesson 12, Loops and Simulations, Puzzle 3. Starting small, okay? To start, we're going to simulate flipping a coin over 10 times. You might be thinking that isn't mini coin flips, and that we could just do those flips in real life. Yeah, I guess. But this is actually an important step to developing a simulation. At small scales, we can make sure our code is working as intended because we can still visually confirm its output. Once we've conceived that logic of our program, once we're convinced that the logic of our program is reliable, we'll move up to simulating larger numbers of flips, alright? The core logic of our program will be focused on a while loop that simulates flipping a coin by repeatedly generating random zeros or ones using random number. Alright. This is a great opportunity to keep practicing using loops while applying your knowledge of variables. Iteration means to count through something, right? Once, twice, 3 times, adding to something usually. And if statements. Do this. When we want to flip a coin with a computer, we will instead generate a random number between 0 and 1. Write a program that uses a while loop to flip a coin 10 times that writes the value of each flip on the screen to the screen. The example below shows how your program should run. Hint, you'll need to use a counter variable in your while loop to keep track of how many times the coin has been flipped. Okay, part of a larger project. I think we work on this throughout. So, let's see. Coin flipping project. We need a variable. They told us that. And I'm just going to call mine count. And, well, count will start at 0. And then they told us we need a while loop. Boop. Now, what should be in this while loop? What are we checking? What do we want to know? Well, we want to flip it 10 times. So, I would say less than. If our variable count is less than 10, keep going, right? And because we're starting at 0, once we hit 10, we could stop. Because when it is at 9, when count equals 9, it will say 9 is less than 10 and it runs through. And the 9th time is the 10th time because it also ran through at 0. And so we need to add to it at the end. Let's use, do they have over here? No, they expect us just to do it. I was hoping for a plus plus. That's all right. If they're not going to give us a block for it, I'll do this the hard way. So count is going to be equal to count plus 1. Or you could write count plus plus. That would also work. So now we need our random number. Oop, nope, that's in math too. And our random number is going to be, do we need a variable then? We will. Variable. I'll say variable coin, math random number. And they want it 0 or 1. And then they do want us to go ahead and output this. So we'll write it here, and then we will loop. Got to get rid of these quotes, though, because it is a variable. And so we should keep looping as we're adding 1 to count, and it will run through each time. And then once count equals 10, it will stop. Ta-da! Perfect. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what we're going to do with this program. Keep in mind, though, it just loops through, and each time count, when the computer sees count equals count plus 1, it thinks, oh, count needs a new value. What is it? Count. And so it hasn't deleted the old value of count. So maybe count's equal to 0. So the computer really kind of reads this first and then says, oh, count plus 1. Okay, 0 plus 1. That's the new value of count. Right? So it it does the math, then it assigns it to the variable, which is why this works. Anyways, let's keep going.